Welcome back to this very important segment of Law Call. We're talking about suicide awareness, suicide prevention. We're talking about QPR training, and of course we're talking about our Suicide Awareness Summit that is coming up at FSU Holly Center this upcoming Friday, September 29th. And phone lines are open if you have a question or if you have a comment. 850-392-1544. If you're embarrassed, you don't want to go online, you don't want to be on the show, just shoot us an email at lawcall@wmbb.com. We'll be more than happy to try and address your concern or your question. Of course, if you need counseling, we're not the people to provide you counseling. You can dial 988. You can dial 988. That's on any cellular service, any cell phone, and there'll be a live person that will be able to take your question, take your call, talk with you, work through whatever situation that you're in. That number is available 365 days a year, 24/7. It's been in service now for a little bit more than a year, and it's had some remarkable results. Tonight joining us is Dr. Irvin Clark from FSU Panama City.
Yes, sir.
And so again, you know, we appreciate your support. We appreciate what you're doing with us. When we talked about the QPR training, let's talk about that for just a few more moments, and then we're going to come back to the dog training.
Okay.
Apparently the folks on Facebook like the dog training, and so they're asking about Handsome Hank, you know, the people that know him, but let's talk about the QPR training. First of all, what is it again?
It stands for Question, Persuade, Refer.
Okay.
Yes.
And so we've got counselors who can also receive, that's part of their package with the summit, they can receive additional continuing education credits free of charge.
Correct.
By undergoing this training, right?
Correct.
So the entire summit, what's it cost?
It's absolutely free.
All right, so in combination with your partners in FSU Panama City, this is free to the community.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
And so you said most of the live, I mean, we've got more than 200 people that have showed up to come in live.
Yes.
But if people want to come on and they want to view it, we can go to Eventbrite. Let's put that slide back up if you don't mind, please. You can go to eventbrite.com, www. There we go. Again, it's this Friday, www.eventbrite.com. Eventbrite is spelled EVENTBRITE.com. Search for Suicide Prevention Summit, FSU Panama City, and then we have unlimited folks that can.
But they must pre-register.
They must pre-register in order to do that. So it's you know, here we go. We got the crisis hotline that's 24/7. You can text or call. It's best to call, I think, 988. Again, that is 988. Please make sure that if you have a particular focus, and it doesn't have to be you, it could be somebody close to you. You can reach out to somebody and say, hey, look, I'm dealing with someone who we know is going through depression, or we know somebody has gone through a loss, you know, a family member, spouse, a daughter, a son, and I'm worried about them.
Or even if you just want to learn more about it.
Right.
Yes.
These are the things that you do. As far as folks that come to the summit, you need to arrive about 30 minutes early.
I would recommend that.
There is, even though you're registered, there's additional registration that needs to take place. There are vendors and vendor booths. We've mentioned several of them tonight. We've mentioned Emerald Coast Behavioral Center. We've mentioned Journey Pure. We've mentioned Life Management, but there are others. Spare. You also have
you also have the Bay Vet Center with Mr. Matt Stanish, and so the goal is to bring all of those resources to one place.
Right. And so at there, I mean, we've got 12 different resources, if I counted them correctly, that are going to be there. Let me kind of get to that again, kind of go over all of them. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention will be present. The Angel House Bereavement Center.
That's Miss Professor Denise Mumford that was here last year.
And so the Angel House is for folks that have lost children.
Correct.
Not necessarily just to suicide, but sudden losses for children as well. Like I said, CARE is going to be there. Department of Children's and Family will be there. Emerald Coast Behavioral. Florida Lead Service.
Yes.
Florida Therapy Services. Go Magazine, which is a Christian-based magazine. And you know, this is kind of funny. You know, people say, you know, how does a community come together? You have the Gulf Coast LGBTQ Center that will be there as well.
Correct.
So anybody that says that Christians and LGBTQ doesn't get along, put it aside. That we don't put up. We don't put that up. We don't put up with that.
This is all about saving lives.
That's right. Life Management Center is going to be present. Northwest Florida Health Network. Some folks from Perry and Young will be there as well. Speaks to inspire suicide prevention awareness and education. That's SPARE.
Correct.
The Veterans Administration Suicide Prevention Program, as well as the Vet Center for Bay County. So a lot of resources are going to be present. And if you don't come for the seminar, if you have a need and you just want to meet one of these resources, come on. They will be out in the lobby area of the Holly Center. Again, this event is open to anyone.
Yes, it is.
It
Open
is not,
to the public.
you know, we've talked about continuing education credits for counselors and things like that, but many people who are in the community around people. You know, Rusty, you called in at the beginning of the show. Maybe you can send somebody over. We'll probably make a separate slot for you. Call me at my law office tomorrow. If there is a cancellation, we'll make sure that we get somebody from your office or your business to attend at least, and then maybe gather some additional resources this week for the person that that happened, you know, committed suicide in your, you know, at your business, or employee at your business. Ann Moss Rogers, she is the keynote speaker.
Yes, she is. We're very fortunate to have her.
Yes.
Because she has a lived personal experience.
Yeah, her 20-year-old son died by suicide, and then after the suicide, she discovered many of his writings and lyrics and things that he was going through.
That's
He
right.
was a very bright young man.
Yes, he was.
And she has actually written a couple of books, and she has been in Vanity Fair. She's been on TED Talks, and we're very fortunate to have her come in.
Yes, we are. And in fact, she will be talking about both of her books.
Okay.
And so you have an opportunity to get an autographed copy of it.
Yeah. And speak with somebody. And speak with somebody who's open about.
Correct.
This happened to me literally right in my home, and you know, I talk with people and they say, "Oh, if I would have known, if I could have done this." Sometimes you don't see the signs. Sometimes there are signs. It's putting it all together, and as they say, hindsight's 50-50. It's not even 20-20. You know,
That's
it's
right.
50-50
That's right.
that you could have made a difference or done that. But that's the goal, is that we can reach in and do our very best. We're going to take our final break.